Buster Mathis against Tim Martin, scheduled for 6 rounds. And of course, Buster Mathis, as we told you in the open, a name that should be familiar to most of you because of his father, who had a rather distinguished professional boxing career in the late 60s and early 70s. And on that topic, let's go to Chris McClure.
Buster Mathis comes from a fairly impressive pedigree. His daddy was one of the biggest and toughest guns around back in the 60s. But the youngster's transition into the fight game was not automatic. In fact, it didn't happen early, and it was against the initial better judgment of the elder.
Okay, I was 15 years old, and I started boxing because I was bad at other sports, football, basketball, wrestling. Every time I played sports, kids used to run laps around me. You know, I was last. My friends used to make fun of me. I was weighed about 300, maybe 320. So one day I went to my father and said, "Dad, I really want to box." The father looked optimistic. He said, "Bus, why don't you just hold off for a while, you know, because boxing is a very tough road. Why don't you stick to basketball, wrestling?" I said, so about a month later, you know, I get my butt kicked in wrestling, get my butt kicked in football. So about a month later, I said, "Dad, I really want to box." My father said, "Okay, all right, but it's going to be a hard road, but you can do it. You can do it." And when I decided to box, he said, "I'm going to be good. I'm going to be real good."
Well, the days of 300-plus pounds are now well behind the younger Mathis, and he's done pretty well. 4 pro wins and 4 tries, but none so far by knockout. And now the target is Chicagoan Tim Martin, a 29-year-old journeyman with a big right hand.
Well, I'm going to use my speed, slip the right hand. Hopefully I'll make him counter it, so I can counter the right hand, make him throw it. But hopefully it's going to be a very good fight. Very good fight.
And it should be a good fight, Jim. I'm very curious to see the hand speed of that man, Buster Mathis, the second, junior, if you will. They say that is his best weapon, and also that for a long time, in a limited career to this date, he'd been a one-punch fighter and trying to develop more skills. He's 222, 6 feet, age 22, with a reach of 82, self-managed, and his dad does train him. On the other side, Tim Martin from Chicago. I choose to call him a journeyman. He's 29 years old, 6'4", record 5 knockout, 6'3", a little taller, quite a bit lighter, and with an equal reach to his opponent, Mr. Mathis.
Our referee is
bringing out their Wally Jackson.
Introducing first in the red corner. Weighed in at 206 pounds. His professional record, 6 wins, 4 losses, 5 wins by way of knockout. From Chicago, Illinois, let's welcome Tim Martin. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighed in at 222 pounds. He's undefeated as a professional, 4 victories. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, I give you Buster Mathis Jr.
Buster Mathis 4-0 with that record, no knockdowns. That's the big question, whether he's got the power that really heavyweights to make it to the big show need. They've got to be exciting. They've got to put people down. Tim Martin, on the other hand, is a guy that really comes in as a slugger. Out of Chicago, he's a guy that doesn't usually see the last round one way or the other. He's either standing or he's down. But you can expect that this kid is going to take it to Buster Mathis and give him all he's got, probably all he's got early, and then try to wait it out. It's scheduled for 6. We're into round 1.
Well, you know, Jim, Mr. Martin is a guard at Cook County Prison, and I suspect that's the style you've got to develop when you work there. Good upper body strength, it looks like, for Mr. Martin. He's got a great straight right hand and is durable to take a punch.
Good left hook there and a right hand from Buster Mathis, but Martin lands a right hand of his own. Good left jab, too, by big right left, another right left by Mathis. You want to talk a heavyweight with some hand speed. The early indication there from Buster Mathis, he's got it. Martin has hit him a couple of times, and Mathis has walked right through them. and with real quick hands landed some good shots.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of heavyweights I've seen that had they landed that left hook that Mathis just did, the other guy's going to sleep. And therein lies some of the concern, I guess, about Mathis at this point in his career. Had 30 amateur bouts, started at the age of 15, won 5 state titles along the way, Jim. The kid is not brand new to it, and he has found success along the way. Unbeaten as a pro at 4-0, all by decision.
Mathis is also the better of the two when they get inside. It looks like Martin wants to throw shots from range, and Mathis, when he gets inside, just completely overpowers Martin, as he's doing now.
Yeah. He's looking up at his man, but he's got about 20 pounds on him.
Better than halfway through round 1. Scheduled for 6.
That's a sneaky little inside left.
Right uppercut, sneaky too, that knocked Martin's head back, snapped it back.
Martin's about out of gas already, to be honest with you. Kind of slapping off the ropes.
Left jab, which opened the fight so impressively now, is really not much there. Good right-left combination by Martin. Mathis walks right through it and puts Martin on the ropes.
Yeah, that left hand of his is pretty impressive.
Another left hand.
Quickness. It's a hook almost exclusively, and it does get around in a hurry. Mathis has paid a bit of a price to launch it in this first round, but when he has, Jim, it scored him some points.
And there's nothing left on the punches of Martin as he backs into the ropes again. And down he goes. A slip? No, it's a slip. Not ruled a knockdown by Dale Grable, the referee.
It looked like he stumbled over his own feet and went down backwards.
Straight left. And a right. Then another left by Mathis. As when he gets inside, he is dangerous.
He's got to keep his feet under him, control his body a little bit better, but he's having a good round.
Big round for Buster Mathis. We'll be back with round 2 of this heavyweight battle when we return. Really mentioned in the same breath as Muhammad Ali during the heyday. His son right now doing a number on Tim Martin in the ring, and he's here ringside to watch it all.
Buster the elder didn't look too concerned about Buster the junior. Boom, look at him fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them got through. Changes the angle on him, Jim. He's got a nice left hook. Kind of a right cross. That's called a cross collar. The hook, it's around by the ear, and it's quick release. Kind of a chop at the end. Not a lot of power there yet.
I tell you what, you look at him, though, and doesn't he remind you a little bit when he comes out of that peekaboo style with those left hooks and right hooks of Joe Frazier? He just jumps out of those, and he delivers them with some authority. Needs a little bit more work on the power end of it.
There's some irony in that comment.
Dale Grable gives a warning to Buster Mathis about low blows.
Some irony in that comment, Jim. In 1964, Buster Mathis won the heavyweight Olympic trials and broke a hand. Joe Frazier went to the games. And of course, we know some of the history predicated on that turn of events.
Yeah, Tim Martin right now is just getting hammered by Buster Mathis.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. The guy in the black trunks is hammering the guy in the gray trunks. And Tim Martin has just about run out of gas also. Better than halfway through round 2. And I doubt that we'll see Martin make it to the 6th and final round of this one. He's tired. His shots don't have much on it, and Buster Mathis has completely taken control.
There's no speed in there. There's nothing left in his punches. He's waving at Mathis. And Mathis is still firing pretty authoritative shots. Getting down a little low. One more time. Dale Grable can jump back in a minute.
There's a left inside, followed by a right hand. Mathis has worked hard on the left hook. He was a right-handed puncher for the most part, but he has worked on the left hook for the last 2 months, and it has become a weapon here tonight against Martin.
That one was a rocker.
The other thing about Mathis, he can take the shot. Yeah. Not that Martin's throwing anything with a whole lot on it, but he's hit him flush a couple of times, and Buster's walked right through it. Big left there from Buster Mathis, but Martin won't go down and hasn't throughout the fight, even though he's been tagged.
That figured. Very durable guy, stays up in front of his people regardless of the eventual outcome, at least on most occasions. What's interesting about Buster Jr. You know, you ask a young fighter who seems to have a good thing going. He's undefeated in the early part of his career. He fires a few more. You know, what's your objective? What do you want to do? Well, I want to be the champion. That's the stock answer. He says, nah, I want a chance against the good guys. I want to be known as a contender. See what happens at that point. Give me the shots down the road, and we'll see.
That was the bell ending round 2. Let's go into the corner, and Buster Mathis, as we go in earlier in the fight, listen to the Buster Mathis. He's putting some effort into every one of those shots. And you can hear the effort. And you know, when you're in there against him and you got a guy that's, you know, making that kind of noise when he's throwing shots at you, it's got to be a little disconcerting to you also.
He's really exploding with each punch, and I think that may be the best term about it. Each one comes with its own impetus, its own explosion. They don't really flow together, Jim, but they do come in rapid succession. And they're not long, looping punches. They're chopping punches. Very much like Mr. Frazier, you mentioned. Boom. Just snap. Bang, bang, bang. Up and down the ladder.
Yeah.
Nice combination.
And they're not long, big, arcing shots. They're just real quick chopping shots, but they really do score well as we are into round 3, scheduled for 6.
He gives you the feel. There he comes with that. He ducks down and comes up with that left, and it's open every time. Martin is following the body of Buster down.